Hi everyone, a very good afternoon to all of you and welcome to this session. Here we are going to continue our practice of reading comprehension questions for your exam CSAT. Okay? जल्दी से एक बार मुझे कंफर्म कर दीजिए if I am properly visible and audible here. थोड़ा सा मैं भी फ्रेम एडजस्ट कर लेती हूँ. Is everything good to go? Sure. Those who are watching me for the first time here, my name is Niharika John Mehra. I am your faculty of English. And I do have classes regularly on YouTube, 3 days a week on this channel, and it's Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Time 1:30 p.m. And other 3 days we have classes on our other channel. This Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, 3 days, and it's on CGB IBPS Hub. Okay, that's the name. It's very easily accessible. आप आराम से ढूंढ लोगे. So please make sure you have subscribed both our channels. Also like and share this video so that I can be more motivated here to take more sessions. By the way, I do take classes under our descriptive courses, paid courses. Details के लिए description जरूर check करें. Now let's begin with the first question for today. There you go. Putting timer for you. Answer to this one is B. Now, this is the question to conclude the passage. That means which of the following statements best sums up conclusion क्या होगा. That also it should be the best one in case आपको कोई nearby मिल रहा है, आपको सबसे apt क्या है वो choose करना है. So we generally talk about democracy, okay, but when it comes to any particular one country has a lot of diversity with its many castes, communities, and religions. Yes, that's true. That could be there, but वो passage का conclusion नहीं है. So far, none of us have actually understood the meaning of democracy. Yes, we haven't understood till a certain point, but none of us is too much to say. ये एक extreme option है. That means cannot be my answer. It will never be possible for us to establish truly democratic government. Governance हो ही नहीं सकता democratic. Never दिखाता है. Hence, of course, not my conclusion. answer here is only the second one. Now you have to check for the sentences that are true as per the passage. ठीक है, यही आपका क्वेश्चन था. करेक्ट और इनकरेक्ट मीन्स ट्रू या फॉल्स वाले सेंटेंस. इन दिस केस ट्रू वाले सेंटेंस. पहले सेंटेंसेस पढ़ते, पहले क्वेश्चन पढ़ते. Indian financial institutions do not offer any financial instruments to rural households to mobilize their savings. इंडियन फाइनेंशियल इंस्टीट्यूशन कुछ कर ही नहीं रहे हैं. इन शॉर्ट देखते हैं. Poor households tend to spend their earnings or savings due to lack of access to proper financial instruments. मतलब उनकी पूरा ही खर्चा हो जाता है. Now what is my passage talking about? Existence of formal financial institutions that offer safe alternative financial instruments is fundamental in mobilizing savings. Savings के लिए ही important है. To save, individuals need access to safe, reliable institutions such as all these. Such access is not always available to all people. सबके लिए नहीं होता है, especially in rural areas. Savings help poor households Such access is not always available to all people in developing countries, especially in rural areas. Savings help poor households manage volatility in flow, smoothen consumption. Poor households without access of savings mechanism encourage immediate spending temptation. क्योंकि सेविंग का थॉट नहीं है और ऑप्शंस अवेलेबल नहीं है, स्पेंडिंग होती रहती. This is mentioned in the second one, that due to lack of access, they tend to spend their savings. So only the second one, no clue about the first one in the passage. You have to answer here in the chat. It would be great if you can answer like as you are done with the question, answering here with the question number. Now, what is the crucial message conveyed? So, what do you learn? It's the same passage we have already seen. Increase GDP growth rate. Cannot go with this. It's way too out of the content given here. Increase the interest rates. Establish more banks. People may get confused with this one. So you can understand poor household without access to a mechanism encourage immediate spending. So we don't get to learn that because there are less banks, people are spending. Okay, poor people are not saving. It's to promote inclusion. We have to teach them. We have to give them the access. We have to make things available. Establishing more banks is half story. It's just one aspect of the whole thing. The crucial messages of inclusion. It's not about just keep building the banks. Continue with the next one. Answer is B. Governments may have to take steps. First of all, the question logical assumption. Finally, an assumption. Assumption for those who still are confused, it's the thought, it's the inkling on which a whole passage is based. So, governments may have to take steps which would otherwise be an infringement on the fundamental rights of individuals. Otherwise, such as acquiring a person's land against his will, refusing permission, but larger public interest for which these are done must be authorized by people, by the people parliament. So governments को ऐसा कुछ step लेना चाहिए with respect to this. Discretionary powers can be done away with. Done away मतलब इसको हमें अलग रखना है. हो सकता है कि इसको अलग रख के भी काम हो जाए. It is becoming more and more difficult to keep this power within limits as the government has many number of tasks to perform. The author is saying here that the proper use of such power is not being done properly. It's not something we can easily control. Their discretion has to be used. जहाँ पे समझ use करनी है, there must be rules, safeguards to prevent misuse. तो वहाँ पे safeguards भी होने चाहिए. Power को misuse ना करे. Systems have to be devised which minimize, if not prevent, the abuse of discretionary power. Something should be done about the misuse of it, abuse of it. Government work must be conducted within a framework and decisions should be similar and predictable. So there has to be something जो कि एक framework को structure को follow करे. Author ने लिखने के पहले क्या सोचा होगा? So whatever the answer is, my passage supports that answer, not vice versa, because एक assumption का question. The supremacy of rules and safeguards, supremacy, discretionary power, should prevail as opposed to the influence of exclusive discretion of authority. Okay. Now, when we say supremacy of rules and safeguards, this is with respect to the discretionary parts. Last में क्या बोला है ना author ने? जो main message है, it is that government work must be conducted in a way where framework of recognized rules and principles are followed. और उसी में डिसीजन लेना है. तो सुप्रीमेसी इनकी होनी चाहिए, रूल सेफगार्ड्स की, दैट शुड प्रिवेल as opposed to the influence of exclusive discretion, that is this part, and that's why ये उसका assumption था. Government should always be given wide power in all matters. Always and all extreme options answer नहीं होगा. Parliamentary democracy is possible only if government has wider power. None of the above is logical assumption. ये equal chance रखता है आंसर होने की, but at this point we have that differentiation जिसको explain author ने passage में करा है. That's why B is the right answer. Pardon me, I'm having some trouble with my throat. Please continue doing the question. What is the main concern that we find in the passage? This passage is mainly concerned with what? Which of these? So Alzheimer's disease impaired a person's ability to recall memories. हर तरीके की memories पे affect करता है. Although there is no cure, yet there may be a hope for cure with a protein called nerve growth factor. एक hope है. Protein is produced by nerve cells in the same region. Based on this relationship, scientists somewhere above designed an experiment to test whether doses of growth factors could help. In a group of rats with impaired memory, scientists gave half of the rat doses of the factor while giving other half a blood protein as a placebo. So यहाँ पे they have an experiment going on. At the end of 4-week test, rats given the factor performed equally to rats with normal abilities. While experiments do not show nerve growth factor can stop general process of deterioration. They do show potential as means of slowing the process. क्योर नहीं मिला पर कुछ स्लो डाउन करने के लिए मिला. So we can see nerve growth factor as a cure for Alzheimer's is mainly what is described in the passage. Question is not about whether this growth factor was a success or not. Anyways, something there was mentioned regarding the whole process experiment that helped. So cures, multiple cures की तो बात हुई नहीं है, पेशेंट्स की बात नहीं हुई है, मेमोरी की बात हुई है, but not the primarily described thing in the passage. Use of rats was one part, not the main thing the passage is concerned with. The passage is all about whether nerve growth factor works or not, or if it works, how far it goes. वही आंसर था. Now the passage remains same. Question is different, so please try to do it quickly. Inference is always hidden behind the main content of the passage. Answer here is B. How? Alzheimer's disease is deadly. It is not causing death, but it is something for which we don't have any cure yet. So this is of course wrong. The experiment did not show any benefits. It did show that it slowed the process significantly. It's wrong to say it did not show any benefit. More work needs to be done to understand the effects of this. Let's hold on to D and first read B. True, though unsuccessful, the experiments did show some benefits from the growth factor. That is what is mentioned in the last line. That yes, it didn't show, it didn't give us the exact result, it couldn't stop, but it showed us the potential as a means of slowing. So this is the exact inference we get from the passage. We understand after reading the experiment. Saying this, more work needs to be done to understand the effects of factor. It's a little broad because yes, we may have to continue the experiment. We may want to do more about it, understand it more. But this is something that I am maybe in a way just understanding because of the experiment part given here. Not something that I can infer. It is a message I can take. Kind of a conclusion, but let's because it's broad, let's not go with the option. And B gives us exact inference. Hence, there you go. Have to answer here in the chat. This is another passage. Start working on this one. Also, make sure to like and share the session. Okay, there you go. Answer is C. Which of the following statements is best supported by the passage? Please understand the question here. Whatever message you are getting from the passage should be the same, should strengthen any of the options, and that is going to be the correct answer. Take them. Scarce diamonds are more valuable than the clusters of smaller crystals known as wart and carbonado. These diamonds are large single crystals of genuine crystalline carbon. Diamonds are found in the diamantiferous earth located in both pits and mines. To retrieve the diamonds, diamonds कहाँ बनता कैसे बनता है? Earth is crushed and concentrated. Concentrated material is then sorted by passing it over streams. Since diamonds are water repellent, they will stick to the grease while other minerals will pass. It will be absorbed by the water. Diamonds are then removed from the grease and cleaned. Best diamonds are noted for their cleavage. अभी बनता कैसे मिलता कैसे अब आगे का प्रोसेस होता है. बेस्ट वंस उनके क्लीवेज से ट्रांसल्यूसेंस दिखता है, ट्रांसल्यूसेंस से कलर से जाना जाता है. All diamonds have a natural line of cleavage which they may be split, and it is essential to split them before they cut and polish. पहले उनको split करना पड़ता है. Before they are cut and polished, they look like tiny blue gray stones. Blue gray दिखते हैं. A perfectly cut and polished diamond has 58 phases. The value of a jewel diamond depends on its color or water, as it is called professionally. A stone of the finest water is blue white. पूरा डायमंड का हिस्ट्री हमें यहाँ पे प्रोसेस पता चल जा रहा है. Now, translucent and transparent diamonds are considered the most valuable. You can see here now, it will be translucent and colorless. That means transparent. Blue, white, green or yellow. Now, from this we understand that these types of diamonds are most valuable. It's very clear. The value of a diamond in large part is dependent on the way it is prepared. Author has nowhere spoken about the cost of it. Yes, he's saying that the ones which are scarce diamonds are more valuable, but saying that the value in large part is depend on the way of the preparation is not supported by the passage. Natural cleavage will determine the value. ये भी नहीं बोला है. It's totally the wrong information. It is easy to retrieve diamonds. No, this is also wrong information. Author says it is difficult. आसानी से नहीं मिलता है. here is of course A, because it said you will get it hidden behind the lines here. Where what car makers mean when they say a car is well designed, that it appeals to men, particularly to their less noble instinct, beautiful body. तो इस तरीके से कार मेकर्स डिफाइन करते हैं व्हेन दे से अ कार इज वेल डिजाइन, इट्स अपीलिंग, मूव लाइक अ ड्रीम. एक अनदर एक्सप्रेशन है टू explain what is well designed in the sense of a car. But auto macho is going out of style. America में 47% of new private cars are bought by women, up from 36%. Influence at the influence women have on a family's car buying, and it is probably the women that women are more influential overall. So author is saying पहले होता था that it appealed to men, but these times अभी ऐसा हो रहा है कि decision maker women है. Women tend to buy cheaper cars because working women tend to have lower income. In America, they buy 55% of small cars, 44% medium, only 28 large and luxury. They put more store on reliability than men do. इनको दिखने के लिए अपीलिंग होना चाहिए, पर विमेन वो क्राइटेरिया नहीं. They are learning that design can sway even normally pragmatic women. As a comparison between Fords and Mercury Cougar, the Thunderbird is a high performance car. It goes fast. Then is styled to look aggressive. Less than 40% of Thunderbirds are bought by women. तो women ने इतने परसेंट दिया है जहाँ पे we can say that this car is high performance and it's styled to look aggressive. But the same car with a more sedate body, a different name, different advertising is as popular with women as it is with men. So women को इतना फर्क नहीं पड़ता है basically. So sedate cars with different advertising register more sales. So we can see here that it has to be, and you can see the last line. Same car with a more sedate body, so sedate cars, but with a different name, different advertising. They register more sales. It is as popular with women as it is with men. The other one, Thunderbird, is not popular with women, but the sedate body is equally पॉपुलर विच मीन्स कि उसकी सेल्स ज़्यादा है. सो ये आपका इस पॉइंट पर इन्फ्रेंस ड्रॉ हो रहा था. स्मॉल कार आर गेनिंग सेल्स, that is not an inference. We do get to see in America they buy 55% of the small one and the 44% medium one. So saying that the medium cars are gaining sales or gain कर रही means there is a pattern where every year it is increasing. वो नहीं मिलता. Enough information नहीं है to conclude B or C. Luxurious cars are not selling at all. 28% क्या है फिर? So definitely wrong piece of information. Okay, so that's it. Thank you so much for joining the. I'll see you now at 8 p.m. I have a class under the RBI course. So if you are interested, you want a proper preparation with mentorship for your exams, do check out our paid courses and you will find the link in the description box below. Okay, so take care. See you later.